Today, in this session, we will learn about a very important topic for coding or computer science, which is called decision making. Our human mind keeps on making a lot of decision on a daily basis. So for example, if it is a weekday, your mind knows that at a particular time you need to get up and get ready for the school. Otherwise, if it is a weekend, you may decide to maybe go out for a cycling or maybe go to play football with your friends. So these are the kind of decision our mind keeps on making on each and every moment and each and every time whenever there is some scenario or condition, right? So another example of decision making in our day-to-day activities could be, let's assume you are going out to the beach, okay? On the way to your journey, based upon your destination, so the condition is your destination, you want to reach to the beach. So based upon the destination, you decide to take either a right turn or a left turn. Similarly, computer also makes a lot of decision for each and every program or software we do write. Decision making is an integral part of computer science, or it is an integral part of any program that we write. Let me give you a very basic, a very simple example of decision making in computer science. So all of you might have used the password to enter into a system or enter into an application, right? So what happens if you enter a wrong password? The system doesn't allow you to log in. And what happens if you enter a right password? The system actually allows you to enter, and then you can perform your activities, right? So what happens inside the computer or inside the system? When a password is entered, there is a program written which checks what is the password against what is the right password. And if the password matches, it will allow you to enter. And if the password doesn't matches, it will give you a message that this password is not correct, try again, right? So inside the computer, there is a program written, which is making a decision based upon the password given. So we know our mind is making a lot of decisions each and every moment. Decision making is an important part of computer science. It is an important part of any program which we may write. Okay, now let's understand how we program a computer to make decisions. We use if-else block to make decisions. A typical if-else block looks something like this. If followed by a condition and then followed by the statements that needs to be executed if the condition is true. Otherwise means if the condition given after the if statement is wrong, what do you want computer to do? So a typical if statement looks like this. If condition is true, do something. Otherwise, do something else. This else block in most of the programming language is kept optional. So if you just want to instruct your program, if this condition is true, do something, and you don't worry or you don't want your computer program to bother what to do if the condition is false. That is also possible. So this else block is actually optional in most of the programming languages. And you can make it more effective and more interesting by adding multiple else if situations or multiple else if conditions, something like this. But remember one thing, when you say if this is true, else if, as soon as one condition is found to be true, the conditions what are written in else if after that statement will not execute. Let me explain it better. When we say if it is Monday, set a reminder for chess class. And if it is Monday, the program which we are writing will set a reminder for chess class. And it will not go further to next line. It will not go to check else if, because one condition is already satisfied. Now take a scenario when it is Tuesday. So what will happen in this case? Our computer will execute if it is Monday. It will found that it is false. No, it is not Monday today. It will check the next else if block. It will check else if it is Tuesday. It will found, okay, yeah, it is Tuesday. In this case, it will execute the piece of code which is written inside this particular block, which says, yeah, if it is Tuesday. Then forward, it will not check for further conditions. Okay, so else if is basically when one if condition is true, your program will not check for the further else if conditions. In case if you want all the conditions to be executed, you can omit this if and you can have the if blocks. So if it is Sunday, do this. If it is Monday, do this. If it is Tuesday, do this. In this case, all the if statements will be executed. And if the condition is found to be true, they will be, the code written inside it will also be executed. So else if is executed only if the if block preceding it or before it is found to be false. I believe you had a lot of fun understanding this topic and you are eagerly waiting for our next video where we will use if else block and we will program the computer to make some decisions. Stay tuned for our next video.